All right, we're back in the new adventures of Deer, or rather Cessna, November 343 Bravo Whiskey. What a day. Scenery issues and bandwidth issues caused a crash of the TBM at John Wayne today. Not my fault. Landed butter. Crashed anyway. Decided I would finally, at long last, try the Longitude. Flew from John Wayne up to San Jose. Smooth flight, other than a roll problem that presented itself, which I found on the forums is apparently a known bug above 38,000 feet. Descended down to 32,000 feet. The roll went away. It was a smooth flight. Handled the approach into San Jose. ATC did not bring us down to the appropriate altitude. I'm noticing a little bit of an oscillation right here. I don't know if you see this sort of this bounce. I don't know what that's all about. Different than normal turbulence. Anyway, ATC did not bring us down to the altitude that we needed to be at. I did a corkscrew approach and landed butter again, which I was happy about because I'm brand new to this plane. The plane upended. A smooth landing, reverse thrusters deployed, spoilers deployed, and the plane cartwheeled, and the program said that I hit an object. I did not hit an object. But it's bothered me so, I'm so irritated, that I decided to do this very short flight from San Jose to Sacramento. We are just 9 minutes, 22 seconds at our current airspeed, probably about 12 minutes from landing. Gonna just try again. Back at it, back at it, back at it. I'm just determined to figure this out because I would like to start flying the jets. We're at 16,000 feet right now, doing 280 knots indicated right here. Ground speed's 339 knots, headed into a left quartering headwind, 39 knot headwind. Not going to be an issue because we're going to be on the ground so fast. 19475 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Anyway, I've already pre-programmed in the ILS frequency for Sacramento, where we're headed. 111.1. Let me see what happens. 3026. Wouldn't set that. So much to learn. New buttons, new screens, new this, new that. So much to activate our landing lights now while I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to have my hands full. We'll see if we get another crash that's unjustified and unfair. I'm just going to do my best, trying to learn. Here's our approach that we're taking. Landing at runway 35 left, 35L. We'll see what happens. We're going to know here in just a few minutes. It's going to be here before you know it. This plane climbs so fast, it's unbelievable. But we're in level flight right here, so it's 2685 here. Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. I keep saying Dare 3 Whiskey Bravo. That's not my plane anymore. Anyway, we'll see what happens, how ATC handles the descent and approach. They screw it up again like they did at San Jose.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey Oakland Center, continue to alert RCA as planned. Altimeter 30.27.
3027 on the altimeter. It's frustrating because I feel like I've started to figure out how to handle the approach speed, descents, climb outs, and so forth, and yet then you get something like that where you land as instructed and smoothly at the correct approach speed, and then just out of nowhere it tells you that you've crashed. I mean, it's beyond frustrating. Just 6 minutes now. Still at 16,000 feet. Just 34 miles from the airport. See if ATC has more fun for us in store. All right. I feel like we already should have been told to descend. I'm gonna let this one play out though. I'm gonna see what happens. It's the last flight of the day. It's nighttime. It's the sun setting, and I would just like to end my weekend with a successful flight on a new plane. That'd be fun. Everything goes so much faster in a plane like this. You realize just how forgiving the TBM was in terms of giving you time to deal with, you know, changes in circumstances and so forth. Something is not right because we haven't been ordered to descend yet.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact Oakland Center on 132.2.
Oakland Center.
132.2 for Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Let's see if Oakland Center tells us to descend.
November 34 Tree Bravo Whiskey, 16,000 feet.
Cessna November 34 Tree Bravo Whiskey, Oakland Center. Continue to lower RCA as planned.
Uh-oh.
Altimeter tree, 0.27.
Come on, sweetheart. Give me descent instructions. Well, I mean, we're only 23 miles from the airport, and we're already... we're still at 16,000 feet, so... More fun. I think I'm going back to the TBM. Ugh. Well, here we are, flying along at 16,000 feet, being ignored by ATC. At least it's a nice evening out, though.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, you are 1 mile south. Descend and maintain 9,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 left approach via Sierra Alpha Charlie transition. Clear to Sierra Alpha Charlie.
I'm going to do a fast descent. I'm going to slow us down. On the off chance.
9,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 left approach via Sierra Alpha Charlie transition. Clear to Sierra Alpha Charlie Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
On the off chance.
Landing gear. Landing
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 3,400
Oh,
feet.
okay. I see what's happening.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing
Descend and maintain 3,400 feet. Cessna Tree Bravo.
So we've seen this problem before in the sim too, and that's where they just tell you to descend unrealistically.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
That landing gear is only because we've throttled back so dramatically.
Landing
I'll use the
gear.
speed brake here to
Landing
slow us
gear.
down.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing
It's just an
gear.
unrealistic
Landing
descent
gear.
rate right
Landing
now. We're
gear.
just,
Landing
we
gear.
can't,
Landing gear.
we should be at 3,000 feet at 10 miles. We've got
Landing
10,000 feet to descend.
Landing
It's
gear.
just so fucking
Landing
irritating.
gear.
Jesus
Cessna Tree Bravo
Christ.
Whiskey, you are 1.5 miles south of Capital.
Landing gear.
We should be at 4,500 feet right now. And I swear to fuck.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
So yet again,
Landing gear.
ATC's fucked up.
125.7 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Slow us to use the speed brake as much as possible to slow us down.
Landing gear.
Capital Tower
Doing everything I can.
34 Tree Bravo Whiskey 13 miles south inbound ILS runway 35 left approach.
I just don't know what is going on.
Cessna November 34 Tree Bravo Whiskey Capital Tower. Cleared ILS runway 35 left approach. Altimeter tree 0.27 wind calm.
I mean, 12 miles from the airport, I'm 10,800 feet.
ILS runway 35 left
We're lined
approach,
up
Cessna
nicely,
Tree Bravo Whiskey.
but there's the goddamn airport.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Obviously
Landing
ridiculous.
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Well,
Landing gear.
just like,
Landing gear. Landing gear.
because that's not annoying.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Just
Landing
like
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
San Jose, we're going to have to do a corkscrew
Landing gear. Landing gear.
just to
Landing
bleed off
gear.
altitude.
Landing gear. landing gear, landing gear,
We'll head.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Good
landing
God
gear,
Almighty.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Oh my
landing
God,
gear,
what a shit show.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Trying to slow us down.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Just gonna do a corkscrew, just doing a big circle, and then we'll get back on approach.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Oh my God, there has to be a way to turn that off. Shut the fuck up.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Well, this could all be for naught if we don't even bother to land. At least we're under 250.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing.
Okay, now we're headed south.
Landing gear, landing gear.
We want to be 170.
Landing gear, landing gear.
Now we'll turn left again. Now we've
Landing gear,
bottomed out at 3,400 feet, so we'll
landing gear,
retract our speed brakes.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Make sure our
Landing
airspeed
gear.
is
Landing gear, landing gear,
165.
landing gear.
Oh my God, this is so freaking irritating. It keeps switching.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Oh my
gear,
God, what a shit
landing
show.
gear, landing gear.
Okay, at least now we're within the realm of reasonableness as it relates to our altitude. Okay, so we'll make a left turn, continue our corkscrew. Oh my God, this mouse wheel is going to literally drive me nuts. Again, keeping an eye on our CDI right here. Switch to approach mode here soon.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
What a
Landing gear.
shit show. Now, it's possible that there's various reasons why this was such a mess. Short flight, inappropriate cruise altitude, you tell me. But I'm going to switch to approach mode here.
Landing gear,
Okay, this appears to be working. Got the glide slope. Okay, good. This, at least, is working.
landing gear, landing gear.
Now it's actually appropriate to deploy our landing gear and 1 notch of flaps. Flaps. There's the runway. This is how it should look. Okay. Okay, we're on the glide slope, so slow. Get us down to 150 knots. Another notch of flaps. Let's pop up in our seat a little bit more. Airspeed looks good. 153 knots. We want 149. Final notch of flaps. Gears down. Landing lights are on. Lined up nicely. Weird that there's a slight tailwind, but winds have apparently changed since I set this flight up. Still on the glide slope, although the diamond's telling us we're a little too high. Perfect weather, luckily, so. Okay, we're fully established. Airspeed's perfect. Radio altimeter showing 2,400 feet above ground level. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to landing. Flaps are at full. Speed brake is retracted. Go ahead and arm our auto ground spoilers. Those should deploy on landing. I mean, this part seems excellent. I mean, this is.
Bravo Whiskey cleared to land runway 35 left. Wind 100 at 4.
100 at 4, so they're coming out of this direction.
Land runway 35 left, Cessna
So this is the correct
Bravo.
runway. We're going to disengage our auto throttle. be handling the throttle ourselves now. Showing 1 minute, 53 seconds to landing. It's not handling the glide slope as smoothly as the TBM. We're a little low now. Okay, I'm going to disengage the autopilot, and I'm going to hand fly us in. Wish me luck. See if we crash again.
Autopilot.
That engine's still responsive. 148 knots, 149. That looks good on airspeed. Nice long runway. Do have red over white on the Vossi. Still lined up perfectly according to the CDI and my eyes. Descending 650 feet per minute. Passing over the Sacramento River there on the left. Airspeed looks good, 152. A little high. Gotta trim us. It's just so much faster than the TBM. Okay, we're going in. Red over white. 3-5 left confirmed. It's just so much more sensitive. Oh God. Here we go. Floating a little bit. Reverse thrusters. Got this far in San Jose and then it suddenly crashed. Oh my God. I'm exhausted. That was absolutely traumatic. Well, mixed blessings here. Mixed blessings because the second approach and landing was perfect. I mean, it was once I had to do that corkscrew and turn around, and you saw when we came in initially, it was just much too high. Theories. Let's think. Flaps retracted.
121.7 for Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Bring in our landing light, or turn off our landing lights, turn on our taxi lights. Contact ground. And taxi to parking. Okay, so theories. Why was the approach so mangled? Why was I not told to descend until it was too late? Only theory, besides the usual ATC BS, is that I chose a cruising altitude that was just too high. Now, I don't think I did. I only chose to cruise at 16,000 feet. So I really don't understand why that would be the issue. But in any event, if there's anything good about this, first of all, is that it's my first completed flight from one airport to another. Successful flight. The approach was mangled. I freely concede that in terms of having to do that goofy corkscrew deal. But the actual ILS localizer interception and so forth was really smooth. I mean, it really went well. This handles a little more heavily than the TBM. It's not as light. See our guy over here on our right there. Turn off our taxi lights. And this could be ugly. This is my first time parking. Truly, I mean, like literally my first time parking this airplane. Ugh, handles like a pig. Okay, turn right here. I've been spoiled by the TBM. These bigger planes are just a bigger challenge. See if he starts giving us any signals of meaning. Here is our flashlights. All right. Well, parking brakes engaged. I won't go through my usual shutdown procedure because I actually don't know what it involves. Let's see. No, that's not it. No. Probably better that I don't... There we go. Okay. All right. I mean, look, it's an ongoing learning experience. What can I say? I'm intrigued by the challenge. I'll leave it at that. Go outside. It is a beautiful bird, man. It's amazing what $28 million will buy you. Look at that bird in the sun. Wow. I mean, that is an airplane for a beautiful woman. I mean, it looks like an airplane version of a beautiful woman. 343 Bravo Whiskey. Citation Longitude. On the ground in Sacramento. Acceptable parking, given that it was my first time. Sun setting. Okay, so this is going to be an ongoing experience, an ongoing journey, learning how to fly this plane. But I'm determined to rise to the challenge. We'll see what fate brings us. That's it. Welcome to Sacramento, local time 4:34 p.m. Have a good night.